Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be explaining what is a calorie. Some of you guys may already know what calories are, be familiar with them, because they are very important when it comes to any diet or nutrition that you're getting in, especially because most foods that you eat every day contain calories. And most nutrition labels will have some sort of value for the calories, whether it's 0, 500, or 1,000 per serving, with usually diet sodas or vegetables having 0 calories or very low calories, while other foods such as your processed foods or your frozen pizzas may be 500 to 700 calories per serving, with the whole pizza being all the way up to 3,000 or 4,000 calories, which goes to show that calories can add up very quickly and it can get out of hand, especially when it comes to weight management, weight loss, or weight gain. And so the goal of this video is to better educate you on what a calorie is, and that way you can make the dietary changes you need to reach your fitness goals, whether that be weight loss, weight gain, or even a weight maintenance. But before we get into the dietary aspect of a calorie, we need to first understand what it is. So our dictionary definition of a calorie is a unit of energy often used to express the nutritional value of foods, equivalent to the heat energy needed to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram of water by 1 degree Celsius, and equal to 1,000 small calories, also known as a kilocalorie. Now, what's the difference between a calorie and a kilocalorie? Well, I'm glad you asked. So if you've ever been in a chemistry course or even a biology course, usually you've run into a problem involving calories and kilocalories, and from that, most of you have learned that 1 calorie, or should I say 1 calorie with a capital C, equals 1 kilocalorie. For example, let's say we have a hamburger that's 500 calories with a capital C. That's actually equivalent to 500 kilocalories. They are one and the same. And with them being the same amount, that means that 1 calorie with a capital C is different than 1 calorie with a lowercase c, with 1 calorie with a capital C containing 1,000 small calories. So now with the common definition, the science terminology defined, what exactly is the role of a calorie within your body? So to keep this process as simple as possible, we're going to avoid diving into the biochemistry aspect of it and avoid going over the oxidative pathway, which is the breaking down of calories or nutrients. Everyone has a unique BMR, which is your basal metabolic rate, which is the amount of calories your body needs to keep homeostasis and keep performing essential physiological functions while your body is at rest. Your basal metabolic rate is determined by a lot of different factors, such as your gender, your age, the amount of physical activity you do, the amount of muscle mass, how heavy you are, how big you are. Even your genetics play a role into how many calories your body needs for your basal metabolic rate. Now, on average, the basal metabolic rate for men is around 1,600 to 1,800 calories, while for women, it's 1,400 to 1,600 calories. Now, with BMR defined, we can go into our next topic, which is calories in versus calories out. What does calories in versus calorie out even mean? That means that the calories coming in, the calories you are consuming, needs to be less than the calories that you're exerting or that you need. And this is only true when you're trying to lose weight. If the calories in are less than the calories out, that means your body's in a catabolic state, which is going to induce weight loss. However, if the calories you're consuming, the calories coming in, is equal to the calories out, that means you're in a state of maintenance. That means your body is going to wind up fluctuating very small in weight, whether it's going up or down, but you're going to be roughly maintaining where you're at currently. So now if the calories coming in or the calories you're consuming is greater than the calories going out, that means you're in a more anabolic state, which is going to help you build muscle if that's your goal. But it also means if you're not working out that you're going to wind up putting on more fat. And even if you are doing a hard bulk or dirty bulking, you're still in a state that's going to put more fat on your body than if you were in maintenance or if you were in a weight loss state. So if calories in are greater than what's going out, you're going to gain weight. And so now, for example, let's say that you're a male and let's say your BMR or basal metabolic rate is 1,800 calories. Okay, well, you're consuming 2,800 calories. So let's say you're a sedentary male with a BMR of 1,800 and intake of 2,800. What do you guys think is going to happen if this individual isn't moving and is just being a couch potato, or the only calories that are going out or being burned is from his BMR? He's going to gain weight. And that's because the calories coming in, the 2,800 calories that he's consuming throughout the day, is greater than his BMR or what's being burned. And he just can't really seem to lose any weight. So if you believe yourself to be like this individual, you need to increase the amount of calories out through exercise. You can do exercise, or if your job is more manual labor, you are already burning more than your BMR because you are active throughout the day. The BMR is going to be burned whether you're active or not. That's your basal metabolic rate for at rest. So for this individual to lose weight, he needs to implement exercise, whether it's 5 days out of the week, 7 days out of the week, whatever it may be. And that way the calories out will be increased, which means he can eat a little bit more throughout the day because he's going to burn it off. But if you're not burning it off, you can't eat a lot. You can't be bringing in a lot of calories and expect to maintain and not gain any weight. You're going to gain weight if the calories you're consuming is greater than the calories you're exerting. And so let's say this individual started working out, 5 days out of the week. Now he's burning an extra 500 calories a day, which brings the amount of calories he can consume without gaining any weight to 2,300. So now with a little bit of dietary changes, let's say he throws away all the sodas he's been drinking every day, and he's not eating fast food as much. He's cooking at home, he's cooking chicken, he's eating rice. And now let's say his daily caloric intake is 2,300 calories, the same as the 2,300 calories he's exerting every day. This means that he's now in a state of maintenance where he's neither going to gain weight nor lose weight. He's going to have very small fluctuations between whatever weight he's at. Now, from this individual going through a life change such as implementing exercise, changing their diet up, going to this caloric deficit or the state commonly known as a cut, his body is going to wind up recomping. It's going to go through a recompositioning where over time, through training stimulus, through a good healthy diet, his body is going to wind up having more muscle mass than fat. His BMI is going to lower, his muscle mass will increase, he'll look more toned, and he'll wind up losing weight till he reaches a maintenance point. Now let's take another male individual with the same BMR of 1,800 calories, and let's say that he's a lumberjack. He's walking through the woods, he's cutting down trees all day, he's a very active individual. And let's say this individual is lean, he's got a good muscle tone, but he's not fat, don't have a lot of weight on him. He's a little on the scrawny side, but he's got some good muscle mass. Now this individual is trying to gain weight, but it's hard for him to. He's consuming 2,800 calories. His rate is 1,800, but he can't gain any weight. If anything, he feels like he's losing weight. So what does that mean? That's right. That means the calories coming in, the calories he's consuming is less than the calories going out. That means that his BMR plus his exertion or his workout for the day, his manual labor is burning a lot of the calories that he don't have, that he's not consuming. So that means his body is in a catabolic state, which is going to induce weight loss, but it's also going to be very hard for this individual to put on any more mass or muscle. So for him to counteract that, he's going to have to eat more. He's going to have to get more calories in because he's burning too many calories already. So he's finding it very hard to gain weight. So that means he's going to have to add an extra meal in here and there, add a few extra snacks, whatever it may be. I'd personally recommend, if you found yourself to be more like this individual than the previous individual, that you would increase your diet by 500 calories. And that way it won't be too much of an increase. And then see how you're doing on the scale. See how you're doing in the mirror. If you find that 500 calorie increase is working for you, great. If not, you're gonna have to increase the calories even further to make sure the calories coming in is greater than the calories going out, so you can be in a more anabolic state to add on more muscle and especially add on more weight. And this is commonly known as a bulk. So bottom line from these examples is if your calories in is greater than your calories out, you're gonna gain weight. You're gonna be in a more anabolic state, which is gonna help promote muscle growth if you are training and introducing enough protein into your diet. However, you're gonna gain a little bit of fat, you're going to gain weight no matter what. Now, on the other hand, if the calories coming in is less than the calories going out, you're going to be in a catabolic state, which can induce muscle loss. But if you have a high protein diet, you can help mitigate some of that loss, but you're also going to lose weight. And if the calories in are equal to the calories out, you're going to be in a maintenance. And so my advice for anybody that's trying to lose weight right now, I recommend you average out. So I'd write down everything you consume today, tomorrow, the next day for 3 days. Write down everything you do, add up all the calories and divide it by 3. That way you get kind of an average amount of calories you're consuming every day. And I would decrease that by 300 to 500 depending on how aggressive you wanted to cut. Say you average 2,500 calories and did an aggressive cut of 500 calories, you're going to do 2,000 calories a day instead now. And so what will occur is over a week, you'll lose a pound. And that's because 1 pound is equal to 3,500 calories. And as this cut or diet progresses, your weight loss is going to wind up slowing and slowing and slowing until it stops. And when this happens, this is now your new maintenance. You are at a weight now where the calories in and calories out are equal, you're at a maintenance. Now, on the other hand, if you're like me and it's really hard to put on weight, I'm gonna throw up a link right here that you can click on to look at the shake that I used to have every night, especially when I'm bulking. It's a 1,000 calorie shake. I really recommend it. It really helped me put on more weight and more muscle. But you're gonna wind up doing the opposite of what you would do if you're trying to lose weight. You're gonna wind up increasing calories. So you're gonna do your average for the 3 days and you're gonna, let's say it's 2,500. You're gonna increase that by 500 calories. So now you're getting 3,000 in. So now the calories coming in is greater than calories going out. And so this is going to promote obviously an anabolic state. So your body's now in an environment that promotes muscle growth, but it's also going to wind up adding more fat, adding more weight. Now with this being said, there are unhealthy ways to diet. You can get results from an unhealthy diet. Every calorie is not the same. Every calorie has different macronutrients. And the macronutrient content you're consuming is very important, with macronutrients being your protein, your carbohydrates, and your fats, with a gram of protein being 4 calories, a gram of carbohydrates being 4 calories, and a gram of fat being 9 calories. So for example, you take a chocolate bar that's 240 calories and you take 2 fried eggs that are 240 calories. Now, even though I could fit both of these into my diet, which one do you think is going to be more beneficial? Obviously the eggs. There's higher protein content, which is going to help aid in muscle recovery and muscle growth. And the carbohydrates will give me some energy for my day, whether it's working out or whether it's manual labor, whatever I'm doing. The carbohydrates are going to help power me. I'm also getting good fats. They're going to help regulate my hormone levels and help my physiological functions. And the candy bar, on the other hand, will have some carbohydrates, but most of it's coming from sugars. And usually you'll wind up seeing for snacks or sodas that the total carbohydrate is very similar to the total amount of sugars within that product. So yes, even though this chocolate bar can fit into my diet, it's not going to have the same amount of macronutrients that 2 eggs would. So just because something's equal in calories does not mean it's as healthy as other foods with similar caloric content. And speaking of caloric content found within foods, I would avoid empty calories. And what I mean from empty calories is not food that has 0 calories, but what I mean is having a lot of sodas throughout your day that are 200 calories here, 200 calories there, 200 calories at night, and now you've had 600 calories throughout the day and nothing but soda and sugar. I like sodas as much as the next person, and carbonation especially, and that's why I like drinking sparkling water to get that carbonation without as many additives, sugar, empty calories coming in. And another tip I recommend is do not drink your calories. It is way easier to drink your calories than it is to eat them. It's also going to help you feel fuller and more satiated for longer if you eat your calories and you don't drink them. It's really easy to drink an 800 calorie milkshake and then be feeling hungry within the next hour or two. But for some people, they may struggle to eat 800 calories of even chicken and rice. And not to mention, if you're not having a protein shake or protein smoothie, a lot of drinks are going to wind up lacking in macronutrients. And if you want to learn more about macronutrients, I recommend you subscribe because we'll be doing that video at a later date. You do not want to make up a diet, even though it may fall in your caloric range, your caloric needs to be able to meet your goal of junk food. I mean, yes, you can eat 2,300 calories of Doritos every day and be within your caloric needs and may even lose weight. But you're missing out on a lot of micro and macronutrients from doing that. So the next time you go to make a meal in your house or microwave some ramen, turn it over, look at the nutrition label, read it. What are the protein contents in it? What are the carbohydrates? What are the fats? How many calories does it have? And see if it fits your diet. I hope this video helped better clarify on what a calorie is and how important it is to understand it to create your own diet. Let me know in the comments down below if there's anything else about calories that other people should know. I hope you guys have a good morning, a good night whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one.